The US Department of Defense recently announced that they will be expanding their training of Ukrainian personnel in January. The new training program will aim to train 500 Ukrainians per month, giving them instruction on combined arms operations and tactics from the squad right up to battalion level. Long before the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February, the US and other NATO nations had been heavily engaged in training Ukrainian military to NATO standards. In July 2014, the US, UK and Canada established a Joint Commission for Defence Reform and Security Cooperation, which was later expanded with other nations joining. Just before the recent announcement about the expansion of the US program to train more Ukrainian troops, the US also confirmed how many Ukrainian personnel have been trained so far. A US European Command spokesperson shared a breakdown of how many troops have been trained on a number of major systems. In a statement, a European Command spokesperson told me that training is key to Ukraine's continued success on the battlefield by ensuring that Ukraine has the skilled forces necessary to sustain its efforts to push back on Russian aggression. Since the US started to provide assistance to Ukraine in defense of their nation, the United States has trained approximately 3,100 members of the Ukrainian armed forces. The breakdown outlines some of the systems that Ukrainian personnel have been trained on. Artillery. The system which has seen by far the largest number of Ukrainian troops trained is the M113 155mm howitzer. As of the 9th of December, the US has provided Ukraine with 142 155mm howitzers and up to 1,004,155 artillery rounds. To operate these guns in the field, the US has trained approximately 870 Ukrainian gunners. In addition to this, 310 personnel have been trained on the M109 155mm self-propelled howitzer. The M109s have been donated by the US, UK, and Norway. Other troops have been trained on the lighter 105mm M119 howitzers, 36 of which have been provided by the US so far, with further guns coming from the UK. Around 500 Ukrainian gunners have been trained on the 105mm howitzers by US personnel, with more being trained in the UK by a multinational training cadre. 220 Ukrainian personnel have also received training on the M120 mortar. Finally, US European Command's breakdown outlined that approximately 610 Ukrainian personnel have been trained on the M142 HIMARS or High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. So far, 38 227mm HIMARS have been transferred to Ukraine by the US. Vehicles. US personnel have also provided training on a number of vehicle platforms, training 140 Ukrainians on M113 armoured personnel carriers. It's worth noting that with all of the vehicles and weapon systems, it's unclear what ratio of these troops included instructors, mechanics, or crews. At the time of recording, the US has provided 200 M113s, with allies including Denmark, Spain, the Netherlands, Australia, Germany, Portugal, Lithuania, and Austria also providing a similar total number of M113 variants. The European Command spokesman also noted that an unspecified number of Ukrainian troops have been trained on the M1089 Wrecker, a recovery vehicle which is part of the medium tactical vehicles family. The latest Department of Defense fact sheet on equipment provided to Ukraine notes that 22 tactical vehicles to recover equipment had been transferred. While the provided breakdown of systems Ukrainian troops have been trained on by US personnel outside of Ukraine isn't exhaustive, it also included 450 personnel who have received training on other systems, such as the aforementioned M1089 and various unmanned aerial vehicle platforms. Much of this training has been carried out at US military sites in Poland and Germany, but as we've already seen in previous videos, Ukrainian troops have been trained in the UK by a multinational training force, in Lithuania and elsewhere. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I hope you found this breakdown of the training that the US military has provided to Ukrainian forces interesting. And I'm sure these figures are just the tip of the iceberg. And as I mentioned, next month the US will be expanding their training program aiming to train around 500 Ukrainian personnel per month. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do share it with friends, and you can also support our project through Patreon or YouTube memberships, where you can get a number of different perks to say thank you for your support, as well as early access to all of our videos. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.